What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Solid clap again. We're back on a roll. Did you know that Holosun makes a rifle light? I'm always surprised at how many folk don't know that Holosun also makes weapon lights on top of all the optics that they make. So this is the Holosun RAID, and the RAID stands for Rifle Area Illumination Device. And goodness, do we love our acronyms in the gun industry. Now let's get right into it. This light puts out 1,000 lumens and 80,000 candela. It has a very, very solid beam that you're going to see here in just a minute, and it comes in well under $200. So there's a lot of good value for a very high performing light. As far as the battery, it takes a standard 18650 with a little charging indicator on the top. USB-C built into that battery, all pretty standard good stuff. The battery lasts roughly 2.5 hours. So I put it on my desk, I let the light run. It lasted just about 2.5 hours before the battery went dead. Now as far as the controls from the included tape switch that I will show you close up here in just a second, the controls are very simple, easy, straightforward. You give the button a quick press, the light stays on, you hold it for momentary. So either way you are good to go. Simple, I dig it, I like it. We are actually gonna go step outside and do the beam comparison now. I have this light, several other lights that are rifle lights that are similar. We're gonna compare the beam. I charged up all the batteries already this morning, so it's good to go. Before I do that though, I wanna thank Brownells. Brownells has always been really good to me here on this channel, so I like to thank them as often as possible. If you don't know, they have everything you need for your pew-pew, like this CMMG Descent. They get everything you need. No matter what it is, they have it, including the Holosun RAIDs. Code Tiberious will save you 10% on anything over 150, and this light is over 150 if you want to pick one up with that code or anything else. But thank you to Brownells. Now let's go step outside, and I'm going to do a beam comparison with a couple different lights at a couple different distances. What do you think of the beam? Probably has one of the best beams for price ratio. Like, it's tough to beat that beam for that price. Anyway, back to the tape switch that we were talking about. Constant and momentary controls, pretty straightforward. It hooks to any Picatinny rail. So if you're gonna hook the tape switch to a pick rail on the top, like most people, that is all set up the way it comes. The cord has a good length to it. On the end of the cord that plugs into the Holosun RAID, it is a crane plug. So if you have other tape switches you like, they use that plug, you can do so. Also on the back of the light, there is a secondary button. So if your tape switch goes down or gets unplugged, whatever, worst case, you have a secondary button on the back of that tape switch that you can use, excuse me. Now, if you look at the cord going from the tape switch to the Holosun RAID, your little adapter that's in here is going to be the Neomag rigs. If you don't know what that is, the rigs is right now available in 2 different sizes, more coming. And it's not only a nice rail cover to make your rifle look sexy on Instagram, but it's also for cable management. You see the cord goes in, the cord goes out. It's actually wrapped in there around a few times, so you don't have a lot of extra cord hanging out and it gets pulled and snagged and breaks and your friends make fun of you. You don't want any of that. It also doubles as a spot for you to mount your sling as well. So anyway, those are the Neomag rigs if you ever want to get one. All right, back cap, like I said, crane plug, secondary button, all good stuff there. The body is 70-75 aluminum, typically 70-75, a little bit better than 60-61. The mount, to mount the light to the rifle, is going to use a standard scout mount, which is dope. Very happy Holosun did that. There's hundreds of really good mounts out there. If you don't like the one that comes with it, you can use pretty much any scout mount. It does come with both an M-LOK mount and a pick rail mount. So if you want to mount this to a Picatinny rail, or if you want to mount this to M-LOK, either way it comes with it and you'll be good to go. Last thing I want to point out is the reflector. That's part of the reason you get this really good beam from this light. It has a lot of lumens and candela backing it up, and then that reflector will direct that light, and it gives you what I think is a very good beam at short distances and also at a little bit further away. Your dimensions and weight are up here on the screen, so you can compare it. On the Holosun site, it's around 200-ish. On other sites like the Brownells I mentioned earlier, it's going to be somewhere around 170, and that is, again, before that discount code. Now, as far as testing, I've had this light on this CMMG BR47 the entire time. And if you notice, I mounted the light very, very close to that muzzle device, to get as much wear and tear on this light as possible. This rifle shoots 7.62 by 39 and has a pretty aggressive muzzle device on there, so it definitely gave it a good test as far as recoil and being that close to the muzzle device. I have 600-700-ish rounds on this rifle, I believe, somewhere in that area. I'd have to go back and count, and the light has been on there pretty much the entire time. The rifle I also have a full review on if you want to check it out. It's a very cool, funky, unique kind of rifle. So the testing, 6-ish hundred rounds, call it, right near that muzzle device the entire time. I was only able to get to one night shoot, unfortunately, so I'm sorry about that, but I did most of the shooting during the day. But you'll see me, even though it was during the day, I still turned the light on and off as I was shooting during the day. I'm not crazy. The reason I do that is the more testing I can get in the light, the more wear and tear, the more times it turns on and off, and the battery drains and all that good stuff heats up even more. It's just a little bit of a better way of testing a weapon light. So as far as pros, I think the biggest pro for me is going to be the overall value you get with this light. So it gives you a light that appears to be very durable, solid lumens, solid candela, a good beam, very simple controls for a very, very good price. I like the battery situation. They use it as standard 18650 with the built-in USB-C. You have the crane plug, the secondary button on the back. It comes with the M-LOK and the Picatinny. All of those are really good things. And I don't think I can really complain or have any cons on it at all. I think overall it's going to be one of the best lights, rifle lights, best performance-wise for a light sub $200. And it even can compete with some over that because, as you saw, it has a very solid beam with very solid performance. All right, I think that's all I got for you today. Let me thank Holosun. They've been a great supporter of the channel over the years. I'm going to also thank Brownells for a third time because they have been a fantastic supporter over the years as well. But most important, I want to thank you, boys and girls, for watching. If you think I deserve it, please subscribe to the channel. The likes and the comments are great. They help. I appreciate them. They are wonderful. But the subscriptions is what I need. Trying to get to 100,000 subs this year, and we have a very, very long way to go. Thank you for watching. Be good, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!